Welcome to Icelandic Formula Offroad. We are in Egilsstadir now for the second round of the championship. Egilsstadir is a small town in the eastern part of Iceland, about 400 miles from the capital, Reykjavik. The first event was held here in 1987. The Egilsstadir Offroad is famous for its short but very steep hills, usually a lot of rollovers, famous for turning out unusual results. No one has managed to win here more than 3 times, so we're in for a good show. 13 cars entered in the popular Unlimited class. Ólafur Bragi, who leads the championship after his win in Hella, is not contesting a full season and did not compete at his home race in Egilsstadir. Only 2 cars entered the street legal class, but the minimum for a round to count towards the championship is 3. So the Wolf Racing team decided to enter 2 drivers in this race. Óscar Jónsson, the team main driver, finished last in the first race in Hella after a transmission failure. Problems before that first track in Egilsstadir. The Wolf wouldn't start, so both drivers had to forfeit that. Óscar finished the event in second place. The other driver on the Wolf team was its team leader, Guðbjörn Már Ólafsson. This was his first event as a driver. But Guðbjörn finished in third and last place. Steingrímur Bjarnason, driving the Smurf, has won 8 out of the last 10 races in the street legal class. Another dominant drive last weekend saw him take his 24th win of his career. At 53, Steingrímur was the oldest driver in the event. He can obviously never be too old for Formula Offroad. Fantastic driving from Steingrímur, who now has a commanding lead in the street legal championship after 2 rounds. So, championship standings: Steingrímur Bjarnason with 40 points, Óscar Jónsson with 29, Páll Pálsson 17, Haukur Birgisson 15, and Guðbjörn Ólafsson also 15. Now we move on to the Unlimited class. Drivers looking at the tracks. Óskar Ólafur Björnsson on the Sheep. Usually Páll Jónsson drives this car. The newcomer finished the day in 13th and last place. Rolls over here in the tricky 4th track. They give us a good show at Egilsstadir, as they do everywhere else. Sigurður Ingi Sigurðsson driving Yippee! New engine before the season. Maybe a bit too much power for Sigurður here in track number 2. Oh, bad landing, damaging the front end. And let's see how this looks from his point of view. It was a nasty crash, but he's okay. And he finished in the points with 12th place. This is what they love, the drivers. We call this the belly dunk. Helgi Sveinn Heimisson on the car Team Aur. Only local driver in this race. Only his 2nd ever event, competed here last year. Team Aur is a very old school truck, needs a few upgrades to be able to fight at the top. But kudos to him for coming to the event. Helgi put on a good show for this home crowd on his way to 11th place. You gotta love this truck. Look at him go! And listen to that crowd. They know their man. And yet another rollover. Let's see that again. And you can hear that crowd. It was a good turnout. Beautiful weather at Egilsstadir. Aron Ingi Svansson driving the Storm. Only car not powered by a V8. It has 2.4 liter 4-cylinder Honda motor with a huge turbo. He was having some issues with the nitros and fuel system in Hella. Didn't go much better for him in Egilsstadir. A little back up. That's a minus point. Let's see how he does. Ooh! A big rollover here in track number 3. And he damaged the steering rack and had to forfeit. But he's okay, as you can see. Drivers are never safer than inside the car. Then we have Þórður Atli Guðnýjarsson. Try to pronounce that. Driving the Spades. He's a rookie in Formula Offroad. Only his second race, but the car from Ingólfur Guðvarason, who won the title in its last season. And he's showing us some beautiful moves. Þórður is a bit wild, like many rookies are to begin with. Regular viewers will remember how this car tackled the last gate in the time attack last year. Well, check this out. Good one. He's loving it. These guys are crazy. Then you have Guðmundur Eliasson driving Rodeo. He's the youngest driver in the field, only 20 years old. He's here the very steep second track. And there's nitro flowing in his veins. He does other motorsports as well. Let's see that again from a different angle. A hard hit on a rock damaged the roll cage, but the team managed to put the extra strengthening beam into it, so Guðmundur could continue. These teams are amazing. The pit crews. But like Sigurður, Guðmundur failed to show his true colors after that roll, and he finished 8th. Here's one you might know, Ásmundur Ingjaldsson, Uncle Ási, driving the Bomb. After being regularly in the fight at the top last season, Ásmundur finished the Egilsstadir race in a disappointing 7th position. But his whole team is beautiful. It was just not his day. Although he was one of the few drivers to make it up here, he missed the final gates, unfortunately. Here he comes. Here he is in the 5th track, made it up the very steep climb, the middle of the track, but in doing so he picked up a lot of penalty points. This is the tricky thing about Formula Offroad. Sometimes it's better just to drive clean through the gates, even if you don't make it all the way. And... oh! Yeah, gonna have to take a look at that. Now we're gonna look at Fjölnir Guðmundsson. He's driving EVA 2.0, a new build in the Icelandic Formula Offroad. Like Skúli Kristjánsson truck Simba, it's inspired by the Norwegian build 2 Insane. Uses the same big block Chevy as the old EVA did, lots of power, and a little bit of rollover here in the first track. A great way to break in the new machine. Yep. He's taking it casually. These guys. Fjölnir got surprisingly quick up to speed in the newly built truck. He will surely be a force to be reckoned with later in the season. There he goes. Sets it down. Very nicely there. Trying to maneuver through that gate. Now he was one of the few drivers to make it past the 200-point marker in the 5th track, but then drove out of bounds. Overall, a good race for Fjölnir, 6th place, and his best ever finish. A lot of dust, everything was really loose in the tracks. Alright, now we have the last year rookie, Johan on Thunderbolts. And This event was his 6th race. Great driving here in track number 1. Look at that. Yeah! All the way through. Let's ride with him through track 4. Was, as I said, incredibly dusty in Egilsstadir. Yeah, there he stops. Johan spent most of the race in no man land. That was 5th place. He couldn't quite make it up the top, but was well clear of those behind. Ended the race in a career best 5th. He now has his sights set on a podium finish later in the season. And also, the Thunderbolt team is a beautiful team. Everything 100%. Roll him over there. And he's okay. Now we move on to the fight at the top. 4 drivers were in a different league in Egilsstadir and all held the lead at some point during the race. And these guys you know. Some better than others. Gerivert Grímsson, he's driving Sledgehammer. Haukur Viðar Einarsson driving Hekla, Snorri Þór Oddarsson driving the choir boy, and Skúli Kristjánsson obviously on Simba. Let's do this! And now we're gonna follow the race track by track. This is Skúli Kristjánsson driving Simba in track number 1. The only supercharged truck in the Icelandic Formula Off-Road. He's using a Ford Coyote motor. Only one wheel through the gate there. 100 penalty points. And the final climb! Yeah! Yep. No wonder these guys are at the top. Then we're gonna have Haukur Viðar Einarsson driving Hekla. He didn't compete in Hella as the engine wasn't ready in time. And he has a big block Chevrolet from a dragster. Up he goes, only minus 20. So 310 points overall. Snorri Þór Árnason driving the choir boy. And he calls himself King. And with good reason. 4-time Icelandic champion. And has been on the podium over 20 times. Just this. He makes this look easy. 320 points. Let's follow him through the track. Busy little bee in there. It's just amazing. He seems to have some kind of a grip nobody else has. Then we have Gerivert Grímsson driving the Sledgehammer. A new build this season. We saw it first at Hella. Oh yeah, that's the first time we saw this new build. Ger has to maintain speed throughout the course since he hasn't have the same power as he's used to. Looking at Skúli Kristjánsson driving Simba. This is track number 2. He finished 2nd in Hella, and with Ólafur Bragi not competing this weekend, Skúli basically ensured his place. Easy start to the track, then a left turn and up a hill. No penalties off yet. Look at that! What a beautiful run. It's very rare nowadays to see a full house of points. That would surely make up for the 100 penalty he received in one of the tracks. Now we have Haukur Viðar Einarsson driving Hekla. The big block Chevy has been dyno tested. 1,135 horsepower. However, Haukur has not used he was not using the right torque converter, so he didn't get the full capacity out of that motor. Let's see how he does. All right. Made it to the edge. Took 270 points out of that one. A lot of dust, as you can see. Then we're gonna see Gerivert Grímsson on the Sledgehammer. And he's still using the replacement motor from his RV, as the engine he ordered from the US has not still arrived. And there he goes with the RV engine. Look at that man. Look at that man. 340 points. Snorri, choir boy, he was leading in Hedla, but a steering failure in the last track saw him finish in 3rd place behind Skuli. That was frustrating. No penalties up of yet. He's very careful. Let's see how he does. What? No! He just seemed to let go of the throttle at a crucial time. Let's see that. What happens? Is there anything going wrong? Looks normal. Oh my god, I'm really surprised that the steering didn't have it that time. So, standing after the 2nd track, Egilsstadir Grimsson 630, Skuli 600, Haukur Einarsson 590, Snorri Thor 570. It's tight. Alright, let's move on to the 3rd track. It's Simba. Skuli, amazing driver. And a good truck. I couldn't have said that at a better time because he was just taking 20 penalty points. And he needs to back up if he's gonna stay in course. That's gonna cost him. Oh! What a jump! But minus 40 at the final gate, but he got best in show for that jump at the finishing gates. These guys love to give you a show. Haukur Einarsson, Hekla, beautiful build. Oh, minus 40 for that marker. And this is a tight situation. But then you gotta do a right turn after the gate. See him turning there. No reversing, so he could really gain some points on Skuli. Come on, come on. Oh my lord! That was tight. It would have been so beautiful if you get him up there. So Snorri needs a good run here to make up for mistakes in the last track, where you just skipped throttle altogether at the end. Minus 40 over there. What's going on? He seems to be struggling. What is going on with King? It's not really kingy there. Then we have Sledgehammer, the rollover champion, Egilsstadir Grimsson. What? He was gonna try something different there, but he went out of bounds and took down a lot of penalty points there, so that didn't help him at all. Avia event. Let's take a look at 4th track. Look at that dust. Hit the hill, reversed. Up the hill though, minus 40. Let's see what he does. Because the track is only halfway done at this point. This is a tricky one. A lot of maneuvering, a lot of technical turns. These simpletons need to do a lot of calculations in their heads. Now they go down, take a right turn, go back up the final climb. They need to play the throttle, the steering, the brakes, everything. Touch the stick, minus 20. Haukur has got a lot of penalties. He needs to make it all the way. Yeah, and he does not. So it's only 100 points in total for that track. That's expensive. Let's see how Snorri does. Is he gonna give us some royalty show? Nope, that was not royalty at all. Minus 40 for reversing, but up he goes. Halfway. And the turn, and the turn. Come on, Snorri! Get up there! What? I can't believe my eyes. What's happening? The king has fallen. Sledgehammer here. Egilsstadir with the RV motor. No penalties. All right, I think we might be looking at a new king here. Look at this. Look at that dust. And go up, give that RV engine. All right, no penalty, see him back in contention. Skuli does a little different approach. Only minus 20 for that. What? Oh my god, Skuli, where are you going? He gets confused there at the top and comes the wrong way down, out of bounds. He had a great opportunity there to build a big lead. Oh man. The dramatic in the Formula Off-Road. Skuli Kristjánsson at the top, 960. Then we have King Snorri Thor, 950. And the other guys follow them. Now it's a great chance for Snorri to really put the pressure on Skuli, who's only 10 points ahead for this track. See how he does it. He knows the pressure's on, so he knows what he has to do. Now he has come to, you gotta come over the ridge before attacking the 200. What? OMG! I don't believe it! He takes a belly dunk! Alright, Gatorver, the sledgehammer. Minus 20 points already. The ridge, how does he pull it off? Yep, over. So everything from this point is gaining points. Missed the left turn there. Only 150. This was a challenging event. Alright, hit the skies. Simbi driving over the ridge. His first penalty, minus 40 there. And another 40 for reversing. But he's going for the gate. Well done. But that's just the 200-point gate. Let's see it from above. Really loose. Minus 20 there. And what? Oh no! For some reason, Skuli only gets 40 penalty points in the track. Should have been 100, but, well, we're not judging. We're just spectating. Oh, we have Hugo driving Hakla. And, he keeps it a really nice try. He was kind of going the right way, but then it all went south. Snorri gained 41 points on Skuli in the last track, but due to another error, everyone got the same amount of points in the time attack. And if Skuli would have gotten the full 100 penalty points in the fifth track, Snorri would have won the race with just 1 point advantage. Talk about drama! Final results, Skuli Kristjánsson wins with 1,300 points, Snorri Thor takes 1,200, Geirivert 1,180, Haukur Einarsson with 1,150, and Johan takes 1,010. As you can imagine, the guys were really happy to have some hydration opportunities. So the championship standings after this event, Skuli Kristjánsson is in the lead with 37 points, and then Snorri Thor 5 points behind him there. We will be back with the Icelandic Formula Off-Road in a couple of weeks with the third round of the championship, and that one will be held at a place called Blönduós, and we're looking forward to bringing you the best Icelandic off-road action. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
I need it in already and I haven't got a clue.